Hi, pile number one. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards, and then we'll take a look at your oracle cards right after. So first we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Sun. Okay, something to brighten up the the energy a little bit. It's not bad, but essentially the things that you need to keep in mind at this time is that if you feel really good about an idea or a certain or your path at this time, then that means that you're on the right track. Like, you're going to be able to have this fulfillment that you're looking for. You're going to be able to achieve everything you desire, but you have to have faith, and since there is like a rainbow in this card, I'm feeling like, the hardships that you've gone through, it's like a promise from the divine that everything is going to work out in your favor. And with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like, normally tarot readers are like, if the card is reversed, it's like a negative thing, but I read intuitively. So what I'm feeling is that, right now I just feel like you might be in despair, or you're not quite sure how you're going to build the life that you desire, but I do think that it is completely possible. It's just like you can't, and this is something that I'm learning, is that we can't control the outcome, but what you can control is what you do each and every day. And then with the Page of Pentacles, there could be certain opportunities and stuff like that coming your way, but because of fear and because you're uncertain, you might not be taking these opportunities very seriously, because again, doubt may creep up, or there's certain emotions that kind of crop up where you self-sabotage in some way or some form. So what I'm feeling is like, with the Page of Pentacles, this is an individual who is slowly but surely taking those steps to build something stable, something solid in the realm of finances, because we have the Pentacles. But again, you have to take those steps. Like, if these opportunities won't come to you if you don't take the chance, if you don't take those leaps of faith. And with the Pentacles, it represents earth energy. And so whenever the Pentacles pop up in a reading, that makes me feel as though each seed that you're planting, each idea that you have, each step that you take is something monumental. Granted, you only see it in the physical realm, but you also have to pay attention to the fact that, like, your spiritual team is also putting in the work too. So it's like you're co-creating with the universe, with your spiritual team. But again, they won't present these opportunities to you unless you take those steps, unless you're prepared. Like, say for instance, you have a research paper that's due, you have to prepare. You got to do your outline. You got to do, you have to do the research. You got to go look for the books, and then everything kind of falls into place once you do the research and kind of prepare yourself. And then it's like, again, if you're not doing the research, if you're not preparing, the ultimate outcome is you're going to not do as well on that paper. But if you prepare, if you do everything one step at a time, it's going to be okay, because it is. And so there's two individuals in this card. It kind of looks like, because of the clothing, it could be a male or a female. Take this how it resonates. I definitely kind of focus more so on the energies than the actual images themselves. But I pointed that out because we have this kind of masculine and feminine energy popping up in the Ten of Cups, and then we also have the masculine and feminine energies popping up in the Sun card as well. So I'm feeling like two things. Either you're trying to build something stable with someone else, and it might not be working out in the way that you think, but I'm feeling like if it's not working out, it feels like you're kind of hitting a brick wall every single time you kind of try to take a step forward with this individual. Maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you just need to either I'm feeling like maybe a break is necessary, or maybe what am I trying to say? Maybe there needs to be some sort of like constructive communication at hand. Because if this is dealing with a relationship, this could be very well the thing that's hindering your forward motion. You're spending too much energy on this particular individual that's not willing to build with you. And you don't need that resistance at this time. And so I'm feeling like, or maybe some relationship ended with someone else, but then your guides are going to introduce you into into a new relationship that's a lot more healthier, that like gives you butterflies, that just really like lights up your world. That's the type of individual that could be coming into your life. So I'm feeling like right now, don't even worry about it. In this moment, do what's best for you. If you feel as though this is not working out for you, it's time to go, and period. And that's it. But, and then on the business side of it, that I'm kind of feeling, because I felt love, and then I also feel like a business message coming as well. So if you feel as though you're not progressing business-wise to where you feel content with where you are right now, you have to take these opportunities. There's possibly opportunities that are passing you by and you're not taking them on. You kind of psych yourself out before you even get started. So I'm feeling like once you start to take those steps, once you start to take those steps, it's going to lead to something that's like much larger than you could ever have dreamt, and it's also interesting. Like, I'm also feeling like your intuition is like very high right now. So it's like, don't even worry about like making the wrong decision. I feel like if you feel that first initial like spark when you have an idea, like, that's a great idea, like that feeling, then I think you need to go with it. And also with the sunflower, it like follows the sun. So it's like you're following, your divine path. You're following where, you're exactly where you need to be right now. But again, you gotta take those steps. And then we have the 6 of Gabriel. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. Exactly. Like, there's so much more in store for you, but you have to keep going. You have to keep going. That's like the biggest thing your guides, want you to see. And then normally on the sun card, traditionally, there's like a child on a white horse, but instead we have this particular individual on a white horse. And so whenever you see like a white horse in imagery, it means that like you're being led by spirit into a new situation. But again, you don't want your self-doubt and self-sabotage to prevent you from getting to where you need to go with ease, and again, that's shit I'm learning every damn day. Okay, so we have a couple affirmations. We have presence. Trigger statement, why did this happen to me? True statement, how did this happen for me? Know that you are the star of your life. My dear, you are the lead, and the abundance is here for you. You are the lead, and the abundance is here for you. Okay, so if there's something that ended, it was for your highest good. You might not be able to see it now, but it worked out in your favor. And even if there was like some sort of financial opportunity that like didn't quite work out, but you were feeling really stressed about it, I'm feeling like there's going to be more things coming to you. But also if you got one no, that means the universe is going to bless you with like 7 yeses, if that makes sense. I'm feeling that as well. So we have massage. Trigger statement, I have to make this work. Ooh, true statement, I am at ease with life. You need to ease your grip on life so that it can lead the way. there is an outcome brighter than you can imagine. I love it. This is why I do what I do. This is exactly what I was talking about. If there's something that did not work out, or if there's something that's kind of crumbling, especially if it's like a relationship with someone else, then you have to let it fall. Because it's going to open up so many doors. It could lead to new love. It could lead to a new opportunity. It could lead to a job that you actually enjoy doing. So it's like, again, your biggest setback at this time is fear. That's like your biggest, I don't want to say enemy, but that's like the best word I can think of. Because it's like you're being led to abundance. You're being led to, these scholarships and promotions and stuff like that. But again, if you allow fear to get in the way, then you're going to have to wait until the next cycle, that next opportunity comes around. But it's like, just let it come to you. Don't chase. Sit in the mindset of just attracting and receiving that energy, which, sometimes it feels like that's harder. That's easier said than done, but I promise it's doable. That's just something I've been learning as well. So I think that's all I have for you, pile 1. So I hope this helps, and wishing you all the best, sending you love and kisses. All right. See you next time. Hi, pile number 2. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards first, and then we'll get into your oracle cards right after. So first we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So first with the 10 of Pentacles, I feel as though you're building something that you want to be generational, a legacy. You're wanting longevity and things of that nature. But at this time, it might feel as though nothing is set. It feels like maybe nothing is set in stone yet. Like there's a lot of things that are like kind of in the works or almost finished, like projects that are almost done but not quite, or you're needing someone else to kind of take this project to the next level or something like that. But I feel as though, a lot of the messages I've been kind of feeling is like there's a lot of doubt around what you've been building for yourself and for your family. But I do feel as though you're making a lot of progress. Just because, one thing ends or one project at this moment is paused doesn't mean that you're not still on the right path, And it also, I'm feeling like there could be like a relationship that you're thinking about, and this could be a part of, like, there could be someone that you're wanting to be involved with, hold on. There's like multiple things coming in at once. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that there could be someone in your life and you're wanting to build longevity or something long lasting with them, but you're a little confused on how to go about that. And with the Queen of Cups, I'm feeling as though if you really want this, if you really want it to work, you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust what you're feeling at this time. And since the waves are calm behind the Queen, I'm feeling as though like everything's going to work out a lot better than you think it's going to work out. And normally the Queen of Cups is depicted and her cup has a cap on it. So which kind of symbolizes that like no one is able to like see this sensitive aspect of me without my permission, which is, you know, how it should be. You know, no one is able to see this vulnerable side of me without, you know, me kind of giving them that opportunity. But I'm feeling like you should, it's almost like, what are you afraid of at this time? You know, because again, I feel like for me, 2020 has shown me that like there's a lot of things in life that I kind of was afraid of pursuing, or was afraid of saying or doing, or, you know, it's just like okay, there's this one example. Like, there was this guy that I was really interested in, and I asked him, or no, I told him, I was like, I'm really feeling you, and I'm curious to see, like, you know, how you feel, and, you know, if you wanna, you know, like, where do you see this going? And so the person that I was talking to was like, oh, well, I want the same thing you want. But he wasn't being honest. And I was like, you could have just been honest with me. And, you know, and then it could have, you know, things could have probably ended a little bit better. At least for me, because I was a little hurt by the situation. But the reason why I bring this up is because in that moment, I was like over being afraid. I was over just, you know, not kind of voicing my feelings. I was just like, I'm feeling you. I want to see where this goes. What do you feel? It didn't work out for me. So something, I'm sure it's something for my highest good, because I'm at a completely different place in my life anyway. But the fact of the matter is, I was vulnerable and I stated what I wanted with this person. I stated what I want. You know, I no longer am in this place where I allow people to walk over me, or I settle for less. You know, it's like, I'm going to say what I want and I'm going to get it. And that's just how it is. And I feel like right now you need to be in that same space as well. Like, if you want something, you need to figure out what needs to be said, what needs to be done in order for you to achieve what you need. And and so that's what I'm feeling from these cards. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, you might be afraid that, like, when you put yourself out there, and it might not be love, it could be something, you know, business related. Like, there's many different, you know, take what resonates, or kind of, you know, fit it to your situation and what you're dealing with. But I'm feeling with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, the Queen of Pentacles, both of these energies are very nurturing, very sensitive, you know, very laid back. The Queen of Pentacles is a little bit more, her emotions kind of go with the flow. So, like, whatever she's feeling, that's kind of how it is. But with the Queen of Pentacles, she's a little bit more laid back. So, like, you might feel as though what you're trying to build, or what you could build with someone, or by yourself, might not be as successful as you think. But I feel like that's the fear talking. I feel like, again, you know, like I mentioned with my example, I could have just let fear, you know, take over and not voiced how I felt. And that would have led to more confusion, more miscommunication and all that. But instead, I got the answer. Well, I kind of, you know, between the lines, I got the answer that I needed. So I knew how to proceed in that moment. And so I feel like that's where you're at right now. And, you know, it's like, again, you're in this state where you're very confused. You don't really know how to move forward, but it's, again, you have to be vulnerable, you know, and vulnerability, despite what the media will tell you, is not a bad thing. It's not, you know, especially for if you, are a man, or you have a little bit more masculine energy. You know, you've probably been told a lot that boys don't cry and things like, which is bullshit, because, again, we all have these different, we're so multifaceted. Like, you are not just a man, you are not just a woman, you are not just a sister, a brother, a cousin, a girlfriend, a boy. You're all those things, but you're much more than all of those things, if that makes sense. So, again, you have to kind of step back from all these labels and figure out, what do you need to nourish your well-being? What do you need in order to create something long-lasting with someone else, you know? And it could start with a simple conversation. And then we have the 5 of Ariel. And then Ace of Michael. Let me grab that. Okay. Let me make sure it's not in the... There we go. I don't like when my cards are crooked, so... Okay, so you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. And then a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. What did I say? Okay, look. Ariel and Archangel Michael said it exactly. Yeah, like literally the 5 of Ariel is like lack mindsets. And it's like if you allow that to get in your way, it's going to create, like you're going to create the life that you were afraid of. And it's like you don't have time for that, you know? And I feel like for me, 2020 really put a lot of things into perspective for me. And it's like, I am amazing. I am this very talented individual. And I know that I'm extremely powerful. Therefore, I can't keep allowing this fear and doubt to create more challenges that I don't need right now. You know, it's like I can do bad all by myself. And like, anyway, it's just like there's no need, you know. And again, it starts with the thoughts. The thoughts are a vibration, you know, like people think like with the Big Bang, people always like, you know, there's like the people who are the Big Bang and then like God created the earth, you know. There's two different, you know, there's polar opposites of like who created the world and how it kind of came about. But at the end of the day, it started with a vibration. It started with, you know, a thought or a word, you know. It started with something simple, and then it kind of blossomed outward. Like if you really think about it, they're both the same thing. Speaking is a vibration. If that's really how, you know, the creation of the world really went down. It's, you know, like it's something simple. And it also could have just been a thought, you know. It might, you know, like you don't have to, like saying affirmations are very, very powerful, but you don't have to speak them if you don't want to. You can say them in your mind constantly. Again, it's a vibration. And it's like whatever you're putting out in this world, it's going to manifest. But again, you have to kind of get out of your own head. And so we have projection. Look at that. My mind does not rest. Trigger statement. True statement. I listen to my higher self. Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is that true? Is this true? Excuse me. And then we have rooted. Trigger statement. I am somewhere else. True statement. Right here, right now, everything is perfect. Allow your energy to shift the material plane where it is needed to help you complete what you have set out to do. Look at it. Sorry. I'm sorry if you're wearing headphones. But this clears up perfectly what I've been feeling. Like, again, you are exactly where you need to be right now. And you have to kind of, which I say this to myself all the damn time, you can't be looking at what everybody else is doing and upset that you're not further along than you need to be, because your path is very different from everyone else's, you know. And it's like your soul is not going to reincarnate or, you know, create. How do I explain it? Your soul is not going to have a physical form like the human body for another 25,000 years. So it's like, do you want to wait that long to be able to have this opportunity to live your life to the fullest? You know, and I don't believe in the whole you only live once bullshit. I strongly believe in reincarnation. Conversation for another time. But essentially it's like, if you don't face your fears now, these challenges are going to continue cropping up in your life currently, but in your next lifetime, they are also going to crop up as well. So again, do what you need to do. Don't you don't have the time, and I feel like, again, 2020 has taught many people many things, and if it taught me anything, it's like I cannot waste any more time. I have to figure out how to progress in the healthiest way for me, to where I'm nourishing myself and nourishing everyone else around me, including Mother Earth, since we have, a lot of earth energy here. But, that's essentially what I'm feeling for you. And I do feel like there is going to be a new idea or a new opportunity that comes to you, where it's like when you feel that, ooh, that's great. That's when you need to pay attention, write it down, and then continue to nurture it. So, and what I mean by that, like, if you have an idea and, keep a journal near you or something like that, or notes on your phone or whatever, and each idea that you have that can kind of build onto what you have, like with the building, you have to have the blueprint first, then you need to find the materials, you need to pick out your colors, and there's levels to it. So same thing with that, you have to kind of nurture it and build upon it in order to build what you want and exactly what you need. And I feel like you're going to get there. But again, you got to put this fear aside. It's probably like whatever you're afraid of is probably not as scary as you think it's going to be. That's always how it is. It's like, oh, that wasn't even that bad. Unless it's COVID. No, I'm kidding. That was rude. Anyway, that was rude. Anyway, X that. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of trying to make light of the situation. But good luck. You're going to be fine. Take your vitamins, drink some kombucha, get some sunlight if you can. Take care of yourself because, hey, that's what you deserve. So, peace. All right, hello, pile number 3. So we're gonna get into your tarot cards first and then your oracle cards. So let's see what's popping. We got the King of Cups. Then we have, ooh, interesting, the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Wands. So with the King of Cups, the cups represents your emotions. So I'm feeling as though, so I'm feeling like once you get your emotions in check, everything else is going to fall into place, because normally the King of Cups is depicted on a like concrete platform, and he's sitting on his throne and the water around him is very choppy. There's like a boat and it's like, in the, on the waves or whatever. But like, this is to show you that like it's very possible to be at peace, to be at ease, even though there is a lot of chaos happening around you. So it's going to be very, very important that you pay attention to how you react to others and how you react to certain situations. Because once you kind of, and not saying that you have to kind of like withhold your emotions, but again, it's like if, say for instance, if someone is trying to pick a fight with you, it's like, is this worth it? I don't condone violence, but I'm like, it's never worth it until someone tries to like put their hands on you, and then it's like, okay, you can get this ass beat all damn day. But I'm like a hood rat at heart. But anyway, I'm just feeling like, again, it's like you have to really consider, like, is this situation, is this scenario, is this person, is this worth my time and energy? Or, even though there's like a lot of chaos and conflict and disruption around me, what can I do to create more inner peace within myself, to create more balance within myself? Because when you really think about it, if you're spending too much energy being resentful or combative or, not forgiving someone for a situation, whatever the case may be, that's taking away the energy that you need to build something stable financially. And I feel like, you have amazing ideas and everything, but again, right now it's like your emotions are not in check, and that's what's gonna because it's like your emotions is energy in motion, emotions, so it's like when you give off and project a certain energy, it's going out into the universe, and that's what you're kind of attracting back to you. So it's like you have to be very cautious about what you allow. You have to be very cautious about how you entertain certain situations and certain individuals, because again, is this situation or scenario going to give you the stability and the financial freedom that you need? Is it hindering your own like physical health? The pentacles represents like the physical body and the external world and, material wealth as well. So it's like, again, is this something that's going to hinder you in a way that like you're not going to have enough energy the next day to fulfill what your needs? Because all your energy needs to be into staying balanced within and trying to figure out how to build the stability that you need and that you deserve. And it's like there's like these grapes here, and it's like whenever there's someone with like whenever there's like a family and they decide to start like a vineyard or something like that, that's a long money. That's like generational wealth right there. So it's like this is what you're putting on pause because you're too focused on what's happening around you. And I know the world is very chaotic and things of that nature at this time, but if you need to log off, that's what's going to be necessary. And I've been really, really trying to be extremely diligent about not spending too much time on, say, like social media, because again, it's extremely draining. Like I don't think people realize how draining this shit is on your energy. Like it's literally like a vacuum. And again, social media is great for business, but it also has very sinister uses as well, and yeah. But again, it's like the Three of Wands is all about your willpower, your will to move forward, your drive, your passion, and expand. This is the card of expansion. So it's like you have everything that you need at this time to expand, but your emotions are not where they need to be at this time. And I do think that you can get there, but you need to go inwards and you need to focus on yourself. And if there's loved ones around you where, that you need to have like a little conversation with, just like, hey, I love you, but I need to spend some time by myself for a little bit because I need to figure some things out, then you need to have that conversation with them, because again, this is your life. This is something that you're trying to build for yourself. And it's like you deserve to see this through. You just deserve it. That's really it. You're extremely deserving of these blessings that your guides really want to give you. But at the end of the day, your guides are not going to give you these opportunities if the energy's not right, because again, you don't want to be presented a dope opportunity and then you kind of mess it up in the sense that like something might happen and you might blow up on somebody and it could be the wrong fucking person, and then there's other people watching and things of that nature, if that makes sense. It's just like right place, right time. You have to wait on divine timing. And again, it's like your guides want to give you these opportunities, but again, it's like if the energy's not right, if you're not able to handle it, then it's going to pass you by for the moment. It'll come back around. A different opportunity will come back around, but you want to be ready now. You don't, I'm sure that's something, if there's something that you've been working towards, it's not something that you want to wait, too much longer on. But then we have leap of faith, Archangel Metatron. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. Exactly. It's like, you have to have faith that what you're building for yourself is worth the effort, despite what people say, despite the criticism, despite what people think. Again, people can't see your vision. People can't understand what you feel. People can't, that's just not how, it's sometimes it's hard for individuals to see from your POV, but you gotta you're gonna have to put in the effort. And it's like, you're going to be starting on this new journey towards financial freedom, expansion. You could be traveling, but again, you can do a lot if your energy is right. You can really move mountains. Like that Bible verse, have the faith the size of a mustard seed. Like, I know that sounds very cliche and kind of like, what? But it's like, it's so true. It's like, again, I mentioned in another pile that the Big Bang and the creation story are basically the same thing, because it all starts with a vibration. It all starts with a thought, a word. It's something so simple, and then it's like you have the universe, and that's how things kind of start. Because the Big Bang, it's like a sound. When God speaks, it's a sound, it's a frequency. It's all the same thing. So it's again energy and emotions. Your emotions need to be in check so that you move with divine timing, not against it. So we have nurturing and earthly. So geranium and patchouli. So we have trigger statement, I am all in my head. True statement, I create with pleasure. Take time to rest, and in that time be open to creative pursuits. Surround yourself with things that please your senses and be gentle with yourself. That's exactly what I was saying with the King of Cups. Like, do whatever you feel is necessary to nurture yourself and nurture your ideas. And if pay attention to how you feel when you're engaging with very specific people, or you're doing certain things. Does this bring you joy? Does this feel good in your body? Pay attention to what your body is feeling. And then we have earthly. Trigger statement, I hate my body. True statement, my body is my temple. Remember that you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Revere your loyal, sacred body. Yeah. Again, do what's necessary for you. And then we do have these grapes here. So if your diet is a little off, maybe rethink some things. Like for me, I can't do dairy. I shan't not. It's not good for me. Because I used to be like, cheese was my best friend. And then when it just started to affect my body in the worst way, I couldn't do it. So it was just like, I can't do dairy. I don't do dairy. I don't do gluten. And those are very small things that I changed in my diet, and it helps so much, and also, trying to reduce more sugar. So I'm feeling as though, not saying that you got to be vegan. If you want to go that route, things have changed. So there's a lot more like flavorful alternatives if that's what you want to try, but you don't have to be vegan to be healthy. It's like you have to make sure that like you're nourishing your body, because again, when the timing is right, your emotions are right, and your guides are giving you these opportunities that are going to lead to expansion, you need the energy to keep it going, because the King of Pentacles is longevity, so it's just like you have to honor your body in a way that you have to honor your body in the way that you want it to work. So it's like, if you want your body to get you to where you need to be, then you have to take care of it. I've mentioned this a few times. I don't believe in the you only live once thing. I believe you only live once in this vessel, but I strongly believe in reincarnation. Conversation for another time. But essentially it's like, you have to do what's necessary to take care of you, and you deserve to see certain opportunities and see certain things through. And all you have to do is, figure out different ways to put your body in, regulate your emotions in a way that's healthier for you, and not getting so pissed off about little things that are not as significant. It's like you nurture your body in the way that you need it to operate for you. So it's like, if you need fresh greens, if you need more fresh foods, that's what you need to do. If you need to maybe switch to organic, that's also really great as well. If you need to get rid of dairy, that's what you need to fucking do. So I'm just speaking from experience, life-changing. I cannot even, and side note, I don't know, I just feel the need to say this. Things like dairy, it causes a lot of inflammation, especially in like the gut area. So if you're having an issue with that particular area, it's mostly like inflammation. It could be, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel the need to, I'm just going to say what I feel. It could even be, a lot of people get parasites, especially if you eat pork, depending on where you get it from. So keep that in mind. That it's very common. So don't even, don't feel, shameful or anything about it. There's no need to feel that way. It's very normal. I have to do a cleanse on the regular just to make sure that like everything is functioning properly. But, again, it's like you need to do what's necessary for your body. Maybe a good detox is maybe drink more water. That's also, a very good way to detox your system. But at the end of the day, you want to create with pleasure. You want to do things from a loving standpoint. And if you're too distracted by everything happening around you, it's going to be really difficult to go to, take this leap of faith, because one, you don't have the energy, whether that be physically or emotionally or mentally, and you deserve to see these opportunities through. You deserve to experience this new phase of life. So that's all I'm feeling for you, pile number 3. I'm wishing you all the best and be safe out there, okay? Bye.